Hello, Facebook. Good morning, everybody. Hello. Marcus here from Aroma Time Bistro in Ellenville. And it is the 30th, November 30th, 2021. Thanksgiving's over. Christmas on its way. New Year's is coming up. I have a different format this morning. I'm actually shooting from my phone here. I can monitor it on the screen. For some reason, when I go on my computer, I lose a lot of bandwidth or something. I'm not sure exactly what happens, but video keeps freezing. So I'm going to try to attempt to stop that today. So we need your help here at Aroma Time. I want to talk to you about something that's very dear to us, and that is our Christmas Day soup kitchen. So we opened in end of 2003, 2004. We literally opened on Christmas, New Year's Eve, 2004, so 2003. But the very first meal that we actually served here at the restaurant was our Christmas Day soup kitchen. And something that Jamie and I have always wanted to do, working at restaurants, prior to opening Aroma Time, because I had a lot of experience in restaurants, well over 10 years experience in restaurants. All the places I worked, I always said if I ever owned my own restaurant, I'd want to give away meals on either Christmas or Thanksgiving. I want to provide something back to the community. So this thought process was in my mind many years before we did this. And then, of course, when we began the opening process here, we signed our lease on, like December 7th, right? We signed our lease, and we... It was a whirlwind in here. We were in the building prior to that. Our landlord was in the process of buying the building. It was in contract. So we're actually in the building for 2 months ahead of time.
It wasn't 2 months.
It was a good month, good month. But we didn't have the official lease signed. But we had ordered plates. We had ordered all this stuff. And I kept looking at our soon-to-be landlord. I'm like, the building's really close. I'm like, you're really buying it? He's like, oh no, it's happening, Marcus. It's happening. So of course we went on a limb and bought everything and had everything starting to get delivered. It's like the China's showing up, the plates are showing up, and we don't even have the lease signed yet. We signed the lease December 6th or 7th. We were like, oh boy, we'll make it open for New Year's Eve, but we won't make it open for Christmas. So let's just do a Christmas soup kitchen. Let's start a Christmas soup kitchen and donate back. Let's make this something that we knew right away that was going to be an annual event that we were going to do, that we wanted to keep this up. The first year we fed, what did we do, 50 people, Jamie? 40 people, I think?
Yeah.
35 people. We called the family of Ellenville, and we said, hey, listen, we're a new restaurant in the area, and we want to give back on Christmas Day. And can you help us find people in need that could use a warm meal? And we ended up serving about 35 people. And inside the restaurant, we actually did formal sit-down service for Christmas Day. We roasted turkeys. Murray's Chicken donated turkeys from the very first day one. We had a couple other donations. And about 35 people sat down and enjoyed the meal here. After that, the next year, we had time to plan it, and we went to 150 meals. And then we went to about 300. Within the fourth year, we were at around 500 meals. And we were scratching our heads. We were like, wow, this is a major, increase, massive increase. And the way we did the increase was we switched from dine-in to take-out only. So we actually deliver meals on Christmas Day. So that's how we got to the 550 to 750 mark. We set up the whole dining room. You've been with us, you've seen it. Set the whole dining room up as an assembly line, and everything just goes right on through, and we pack meals and we go. In the past, this cost us about $5 a person to pull this off. Before generosity.com, before those kind of websites, we would raise about, $1,500, and Jamie and I would put the rest in ourselves. Once generosity.com came around, we were able to almost cover all of our costs, because you went online, it was a platform, it was great. But they take a lot of money. They're not there to be generous. They're there to make money as a business. And GoFundMe actually bought them, and then they started taking more. Generosity.com was a very low payback, a low rate, whatever you paid for them. But you still paid we still paid a lot of money to them. And then when GoFundMe took over, GoFundMe changed the structure. So in the last couple of years, we've actually gone on our website for donations. So, Jamie, can you drop the link? I know I've dropped a link already here. There should be a link somewhere. I'm trying to watch and see. I actually put a link into the beginning here when I put the Facebook Live on. But we are looking for donations for Christmas Day. Jamie just dropped that there, chefonamission.com/Christmas/day/donations. So that site right there will allow you to go on and donate, and all we pay is credit card fees. So we get really everything from that. We're not paying 10 or 20% like the other platforms. All that money comes to us besides 3%, up to 3% for credit card transactions. So you can go on there and donate as little as $5 and up to as much as you want, right? You can donate up to $500 if you want to donate $1,000. You just click that twice. And in the past, we've had some very generous donations in the past. The Neville for quite some time when they were trying to launch their thing, very generously donated to us in the past, and that was fantastic. Of course, that was the previous Neville when they were trying to do the casino. Michael donated greatly for it and came and volunteered and was really put behind us. And those are the couple years that we were like, oh wow, we don't have to pull anything out of our pocket. This is great. But doing 550 people cost about $500 per person. That was pre-pandemic pricing. But everything has gone up. Even though we do get food donations, but takeout containers, we have to buy an immense amount of takeout containers. Like it's $500-$600 in takeout containers. This was the previous price. Now all the takeout containers have doubled and tripled. So I can only imagine what this year is going to cost us to pull this event off. And like I said, Jamie and I don't mind putting in our money because it's our event, it's our passion. It's very important to us. But we put a lot of time into this as well, a lot of time. We're going to start the prep process and cooking in the kitchen here. This week we'll probably do one or two things. And the whole process of getting donations for food and everything, it's a long process. And it takes Jamie and I a lot of time to pull this off. And we get great volunteers to help us do this. And Jamie's mom does the whole route because it takes a person almost 2 days just to route everything out. When you're doing that many meals delivered and you're going up to 20 minutes away, that takes a lot of coordination. This takes a lot of coordination to pull off. And Jamie and I love doing it, and we plan to keep doing it. Last year, with the pandemic, we were like, what do we do this year? We can't get many volunteers. You can't put volunteers, we weren't allowed to do dine-in. But to put, 30 volunteers in under one roof was frowned upon. So we're like, how in the world do we do this last year and modify it? So, of course, Jamie and I worked much harder last year because we did most of the work ourselves and some of our staff members. And we actually had to pay some staff members to do some work. Some staff members did volunteer. But I can't expect staff members, to put in 25 hours on a project and not pay them. This is our passion. And our staff does volunteer and they do help out. But I just can't. I don't want to take advantage of them at the same point. So last year it cost us a lot to pull it off as well. This year we're allowed to have more people indoors. Allowed to have people indoors, right? So we can get more volunteers this year. So if we turned you away last year for volunteering, it wasn't because we didn't want you to volunteer. We just couldn't put that many people inside of a building to volunteer. So that took an extra time burden on Jamie and I last year. So Jamie dropped the link. If anybody can help us out and donate this year, that would be fantastic. We really, really appreciate it. It helps move this forward. It goes to a great cause. And again, this is a no questions asked Christmas Day dinner. We don't pre-qualify. We don't ask. If you call us and say, hey, I'd like a meal on Christmas Day, here's my address, we will get you the meal on Christmas Day. That's just what we do. There's no questions asked. Family of Ellenville. Jamie, can you look up the Family of Ellenville number really quick? Because they're going to take the reservations. So you call Family of Ellenville, and they will take the reservations, take your name, they'll take your number. So one of our volunteers will then call you, maybe Jamie or Courtney or somebody volunteering will call you and confirm that you're getting the meal. Do not sign anybody up for a meal unless they know about it ahead of time. Because in the past, we've shown people's houses, and you think you're doing a good thing by getting a meal for somebody that needs a meal, and then our volunteers show up, and they're like, I don't want a meal. Didn't sign up for one, and nor do I want a meal. So please take it back. If you know somebody that thinks they want a meal, the suggestion is you get the meal and you bring it to them on Christmas Day and surprise them yourself. You be the volunteer that shows up and gives them that meal coming from you as their friend, somebody who cares about them. But to have a strange volunteer show up and them not really know where the food's coming from, sometimes it creates a situation that is uncomfortable So do not sign anybody else up unless you're going to take the food to them yourselves. And you can literally call us and say, hey, I have 10 people that need meals on that day, and I'm happy to deliver those 10 meals. That's fantastic. That's perfect. Call us. You can set that up, and we'll be happy to do that. Number for Family Available, Jamie?
I was just posting it.
Jamie's posting. Okay.
I was trying to. 647-2443.
2443. Family Available. 647-2443. If you want a meal or somebody who needs a meal, 647-2443. If you want to volunteer, you want to drop our Christmas Day Soup Kitchen email too? I think there's a Gmail for that, right?
Yeah.
Do you remember it? Goes to your mom. We'll drop it.
Get that.
We'll drop it later. We'll drop that later. So it goes to Jamie's mom. She's the one who coordinates all the volunteers. So, folks, thank you very, very much. We truly appreciate all the support. Jamie and I have to run out now and go to the gym. I got a lot of appointments this morning. There's the phone for Family Available, 647-2443. If you want to donate a turkey or something for the event, you're more than welcome to donate a turkey. So it's usually a traditional turkey dinner with all the sides and everything like that. Last year we did chicken because we didn't have enough volunteers to do all the turkey, like I said earlier. Literally, we start doing this right after Thanksgiving. We get into the kitchen and somebody's in the kitchen, 1 or 2 people in the kitchen are there all week doing so. When you think about it, we have to make 35 gallons of soup. We have to make 25 trays of stuffing. To make 25 trays of stuffing, it takes you all week to have 2 volunteers do that. They come in one day and they just do nothing but chop the vegetables. Then another day they do nothing but chop the bread. Then you have to mix it, and you have to bake it, and then it gets put in the freezer, and it gets frozen because obviously Christmas is a month away. So then to roast turkeys, to roast like 60 turkeys, and you roast 4 a day, 8 a day sometimes on a good day, you're literally roasting turkeys for almost 2 full weeks. Breaking them down, cutting them, slicing them, packaging them, cryo-racking them, and then freezing them for the day. So it takes a lot of manpower. And last year, like I said, we didn't have that manpower, so we did a roast chicken, which was much easier for us to pull off. All right, folks, that is it. Thank you very much for your support. Jamie dropped the link there, chefonamission.com, donate for Christmas Day. And thank you everybody who bought the Cyber Monday gift card yesterday. We cut that off late last night, that sale. We sold a ton of gift cards. So we sold exactly what our quota was at, and then we shut it down. So if you missed out, sorry about that. You'll have to wait for next year's Cyber Monday deals. So that's it, folks. Please share this video with other people, with people that can volunteer, people can donate, share it in other community websites. That would be fantastic. We just want to feed more people. And if you can help us do that, that would be fantastic. All right, folks, thank you very much. Have a great day.